We've split the party 3 ways because we're the worst people ever.
I'm going to follow each one of you at a time. So
Great,
first we're going to start, because it'll probably be the quickest, is Yia Yia.
Yes.
We dump Yia Yia in the woods.
So Yia Yia, there's woods around, like, everybody's house kind of, like, faces the woods. It's not, like, a crazy, like, you have to go here and here. So you reach the end of, like, a cul-de-sac and just enter the woods.
I think that as soon as she gets sort of away from Ed, Yaya takes this big sort of, like, sigh of relief and is able to, like, in a way sort of, you know, she relies a little bit less heavily on her walking stick, on her, like, her cane. She sort of stands up a little bit straighter, is able to walk a little bit faster. She knows that, like, the, how, like, slow she walks and how old lady-ish super annoys Ed, so she puts it on, like, a little bit for him.
I'm picturing Boomy from Avatar, like the back straightens.
Fucking tightens up your New Balances and you're on your merry way.
A little bit. Like, as soon as he's out, she, like, sort of straightens up a little bit. And she just wants to sort of go, and as she sort of walks into the woods, I imagine her sort of, like, touching sort of some of the trees and the leaves as she walks in, and she's just sort of saying hello to the woods. She might even say, like, hello, dearies. Like, I'm sorry I've been gone so long, and just sort of, like, you know, she likes to talk to the trees. Let her fucking live. And so she, so she sort of makes her way into a little grove, down sort of a small winding path, and where she has cultivated these, like, sort of small, like, if anybody was just to hike through, they would look kind of like wildflowers, but to her, like, there are these sort of cultivated patches of herbs and flowers and sort of materials for concocting some sort of tinctures.
Yeah. And to elaborate further, with each step that Yia Yia takes into the woods, it's almost like the woods are responding to her. So the grass that she walks in gets a little bit smaller as though it's trimmed, and then when she steps off, it goes back to its wild form. There's a gentle breeze as she walks, and as she walks into this grove, which has no path itself. It's just where she has walked and where it knows that she must be. It's as though nature has just warped itself into the garden that she needs. As if it's always been there. It's always grown there. But exactly for how she is. So, yeah, your haven.
Yes. So, as a little background, is that for the mystic, I have one of the options is I get a haven. And my haven is sort of these woods that I have cultured and cultivated over my many years living in Crabapple. And that I am able to, this is a bit of our, so the haven is part of the playbook, but the homebrew mechanic that we're doing is this sort of like in my person and the actual like tinctures and potions that I'm able to make. And so I think we said 3 max, and I have to roll for them?
Yes, okay. So you're going to have to roll. So whenever at the beginning she's able to do this, which you heard earlier.
I failed.
Yes. And now when she's in the haven, it's whatever supplies are already there. So what did you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Total 3.
So I just rolled the D10 once.
Okay.
Am I rolling the D6 again twice first, or am I rolling the D10 3 times? Okay,
to
I'm
see
rolling
how
the
many
D6
items. Again. Yes. So you have to do that to see what items are available for you to get. Because we need to put a cap on how many items you can take.
All right, so I'm rolling a 2d6, so I rolled a 7. With no modifiers, right?
Weird.
So that would be a 9.
Perfect. Okay, so it's still a partial success. So you get 1 item. So now roll a d10.
Which is a 1.
So you get a +1 harm weapon of choice. So I don't know what it is. You can just design it whatever way you want. But it is a +1 harm item.
She has one of Ed's HOA for president pens that he like dropped or left or something that she has. And she has now like wrapped it or like has let it sort of soak in a bunch of herbs for a while. And it has now turned into a +1 weapon.
All right, so take a +1 pin as a weapon.
No, a pen, like one of the pens.
A pen, yes.
Yeah, one of the stabby pens. magic fucking pen, because the pen is mightier than the sword. Yeah, that I was all doing that for the pun that I just yeah. So,
I love that.
And that's not forever. That's just for this mystery, right?
No, you just have it.
I just
That's
have
yours
that
now.
now. I fucking love that. All right, that's
Weapons are not consumable unless you roll very badly, and I'll take it away.
great. +1 ed for HOA magic pen. Fucking love this game.
For clarification there.
Yeah.
Ed also has these in his inventory listed as throwing pens.
Yes.
So you definitely have a throwing vote for Ed pen
Yes.
that does 1 harm. And
now
hand-based.
it's +1 because I just added an additional harm to
Yes.
it. That's so funny.
Yeah, so you have a higher power pen than Ed does.
You have a +2 ignoring armor throwing pen.
Incredible throwing magic pen. I'm
Yes.
obsessed with this.
Your version, as you hold it up, it's still very clearly a vote for Ed pen, but through your enchantment, it's as if it was like carved on the sides, like somebody had done there. It's like very light, like carvings of floral designs.
Fucking great. And I've never been happier. All right. I love this.
So
for me.
Ed's vote for Ed pens are killing people.
It's
Just hers.
Just mine is a +2.
Yeah, no. But you're
Much
using
like there is one worm, there is one magic pen.
Yeah.
yeah, but that pen that says vote for Ed is going to kill somebody.
Potentially.
Maybe.
Theoretically. Because the pen is mightier than the sword.
I'm curious how that goes towards his HOA points.
Depends on who we're killing.
Yeah, depends.
Do I like get a higher HOA rating if I die?
No.
A martyr.
No glory kill system?
No.
Okay.
It's the HOA. You think they care?
So we got to kill Norman, and then I can revive him with True Love's Kiss. There's no subtle foreshadowing. I'm just gonna keep saying
I
this.
can't believe you're gonna have a canon Arno roll no evil smooch before Norma and Felicity. I'm so upset about this. I'm so upset.
If someone
about this.
steals this in a later episode, I will be upset.
God.
Like,
Dude,
I mean,
can you
watch
keep this out so that like the kiss that we are definitely gonna have is a secret?
It's a special secret that we'll use for
I'll
later.
remove all the smooch.
do you really want all of them removed? That's like 90% of this episode.
Just this one.
Yeah, just erase the whole episode.
Okay.
Just
Like we
don't-
start at the beginning and then we solve the mystery. And I kiss Travi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to do in the Haven before you leave?
The trees don't talk back to me. I just talk to
No.
them.
They're just trees.
Can I do like an investigate to see if there's anything that's unusual that I notice as I walk through the woods? Like, places that have been trampled that maybe weren't normally trampled, or like anything that I notice that's weird. Can I?
Yes. you can.
Great. I want to investigate a mystery. That's that was a 4. I'm gonna mark experience.
Yes.
And I don't
You
notice shit.
Nothing. You don't notice the things in the background as you walk.
Nothing is wrong. Everything is fine.
Yes.
La di da di da di da.
So, but you are leaving the forest currently.
Yeah, I'm going over to Mrs. Flunkton's because I don't trust Ed.
All right. As you're heading towards them, you do see, you won't get there until a bit, but Ed, you have approached Mrs. Flunkton's house that was pointed out before. Mrs. Flunkton herself, she had just exited the front door with a bag of garbage. So she is like walking to the curb as you are walking to the house.
It must be Thursday.
She's just taking out trash.
Well, Mrs. Ulysses said Thursday was garbage day.
I don't pay that close attention. I applaud you. I don't pay that close attention.
It's a Thursday.
It's a
I
Thursday.
take fucking
Cool.
notes, Jen.
More than me, but I make this. She's a very like spindly woman. Like a bunch of like salt and pepper hair, like tied in a big bun at the top of her head. Very stern, like pursed lips looking woman.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Because I wanted to use the professional's very specific move
Yes.
before talking to Mrs.
You can still do that.
Flunkerton. Okay, can I do it before I go and approach her?
You're just like going near her right now. You haven't spoken to her yet.
Okay, so I'm like coming down the street and I noticed her.
Yes.
So as Ed is walking down the street, just skipping like a fucking schoolgirl because he managed to get rid of the other two, and finally has a moment of whatever peace looks like for this bitch of a man.
I believe the technical term is cunt of a man.
Yes.
But as I'm like skipping merrily down, I realize that in my moments of joy and in my like slight misremembering, I'm not used to taking notes, that there were 3 specific questions that Yaya mentioned that were probably important to the plot and asking of Mrs. Flunkerton.
Yes.
Ed forgot.
Because Travi forgot.
Travi wrote down, what do you know about Millie's extracurriculars? Change of bake sale venue, and then PTA drinking. I feel like there was something else.
I only mentioned one of those 3 things.
Ed seems to remember that there was more to ask of Mrs. Flunkerton.
Crying,
and
screaming.
Would like to use his move, deal with the agency.
All right.
To see if there's any additional intel that I can specifically call upon before going into this conversation.
All right, roll.
Who the fuck is the agency? I have lots of questions.
So with the professional playbook, for those who don't know, deal with the agency is you deal with the group that you are involved in. In this case, the HOA. He is calling upon the HOA currently.
Which I am a candidate.
However, like we had said during the community meeting, Ed has a homebrew mechanic that is all about his polls. So in this case, instead of a negative roll hurting your relationship with the agency, in this case the HOA, instead we're doing that way he will get a severe negative impact with the HOA polls if he doesn't roll well.
Well, it's a good thing I rolled well. I got a dirty 11.
Fuck yes.
Okay, so for that, let me see.
There's a reason I chose this specific layout of abilities to have +0 charm, because that fits the character wholeheartedly. But +2 cool and +2 sharp are the like 2 main things that I have to roll with. And I was very careful about how I chose these.
Good for you.
Ed, how do you call upon the HOA?
Oh my god, they have a fucking pager, don't they?
Summoning ritual.
Oh yeah, they have a beeper, don't they?
I was gonna say, that feels right.
So Ed tightens up his tie, because even if he's not talking directly to the HOA, he knows that they're everywhere and that they do watch. So he tightens up his tie. He tries to make himself look as presentable as possible, slicks back his blonde, greasy hair, and then reaches on his belt one of his many leather loopy strap pouch thingies and pulls out a small pager.
So we're just gonna go with the fun of it of, Ed, you get out this pager, and instead of writing a message on it, you just get close and whisper that you need assistance.
The code word is, the trash goes out on Thursday.
Call me beep beep if you want to reach me.
I require assistance with Mrs. Flunkerton. And then I sit there and stare at that little LCD screen until something comes back.
It takes like a second, but then you get an incoming message. All it said is, what do you require? - the association.
I'm crying.
Ed pulls the beeper out and says, okay, no, yeah, you're right. You got to be more specific. This is the association that we're talking about. He formulates the sentence, I require intel, any intel, on Mrs. Flunkton.
It takes a few minutes, but then you get another message on the beeper that says, check beneath the mat behind you. And you can hear the house that is behind you, their welcome mat. You hear a gentle rumble of a buzzing.
Do I have to roll to approach the mat, or am I safe?
No, you already did that.
Okay. Ed, like, just turns and, like, makes sure that nobody's looking as I'm in a bright fucking reflective vest. But ring cameras weren't a thing back then, so who cares? It goes up to the door and just lifts the hello neighbor mat up just on the corner to reveal. So
beneath there is another pager.
I'm crying.
This one has an incoming message that is already there. It's been perfectly placed, and it says on there, by the way, side note, Ed, when you picked up the mat, you've actually straightened it. And a couple, like, passing by with, like, their baby on a shoulder watch, and are just like, oh, that was really nice of him to do that. You know, maybe we should check out the election stuff.
Yeah, votefored.gov.
But on that pager, it says, Mrs. Flunkton is easily flattered by how strict she keeps her class. Lorelai does not go toe-to-toe with her.
Okay.
Stop.
Well,
Over.
she's the one.
Over.
Okay. Stop. Yeah.
Stop.
Fucking telegram.
Yeah. We know how pagers work.
We really should have looked this up. But
It's
okay.
funnier that we don't, actually.
Okay, so when you say doesn't go toe to toe, are you talking like doesn't see eye to eye, or means that like Mrs. Flunkton can put Lorelai in her place?
like butt heads, like
They butt.
yeah,
Okay.
like they'll go toe-to-toe. Like, you cowered in front of her, she's not cowering.
Got you. So as he holsters the mightiest weapon, the word of the HOA, he takes a little stroll over to Mrs. Flunkton's house as she's getting her trash cans and whatnot situated, because it is Thursday. Trash goes out on Thursday.
Mhm.
Mrs. Flunkton, how are you this fine evening?
Mrs. Flunkton like stands up straight when she knows is there. Ah, Mr. Ravensworth. It's a fine evening, is it not?
Why, of course. And I do have to just say, right off the bat, I wholeheartedly admire your adherence to the HOA rules of bringing your trash cans out in an orderly fashion on this fine Thursday.
Mrs. Flunkton looks a little flattered. She like wheels the trash that she has. She like makes sure that it's like right against the curve, like very much very much complied. She goes, "Why, thank you. We have rules for a reason."
Finally, someone who understands.
That being said, now I would hope, and I don't mean to be rude, that you would very much keep that mentality with your daughter. I teach her math every day, and she can get a bit pushy with the rules.
As I've noticed, unfortunately, with her mother gone most weekends for her geology conferences, it's up to simpletons like myself. Sorry.
I'm not writing notes about the mother because I'm leaving this to you, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, me and Dude discussed this before hopping on. Like, I want it heavily implied that like she's cheating on me.
100%.
Oh, yeah, you didn't need to imply that.
No.
I think we all felt...
As soon as you said
Yeah.
she's gone every weekend, it's like, yeah, all right, buddy. All right, pal.
But with the wife gone most weekends for her geology conferences, and me in the midst of what can only be the most tumultuous of election seasons, things are a bit rough around the home. If only we had someone of your social adherence to guide the young woman outside of her curricular activities, of course.
Well, and now she definitely looks flattered. Like, definitely, like, chin up, she's a little smug. She goes, well, thank you for noticing. Many youngsters nowadays, they don't know the meaning of dedication. If you're going to put your work in, make sure that it's right.
Speaking of doing your work right, if you have a moment, Mrs. Flunkton, I want to be very aware of the time.
Yes, of course.
It seems, or rather, it's been brought to my attention, there seems to be a bit of looseness of the rules with a certain parent-teacher association. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Mrs. Flunkton scoffs heavily. Oh, you would not believe it. I caught Mrs. Carter Linden and her 2 cronies drinking wine at school grounds.
Dear heavens!
I don't care if it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, Paris, Connecticut. I don't care in the slightest. It is against school policy to have any alcoholic beverage on the premises. That doesn't just go for students.
But of course, any civilized person would realize that that is just simply part of what we do here. I don't know why I made him British there for a second.
I don't. I feel like he's upping it because she's very fussy.
True, and she is very sophisticated, so he's
Yeah.
like putting on an air of societal
Yeah.
uppityness. You would think that the average crap apple.
Uh-huh.
I'm losing my goddamn mind right now. One would think that the average crabapple citizen would be more than aware of such an important rule.
You would think so. It was horrible, Mr. Ravensworth. Absolutely terrible.
If you don't mind me asking, would that not be grounds for some sort of impeachment of the PTA?
I wanted to take it up with the principal and tell him such. I even grabbed the bottle that they were drinking out of. You should have seen it. Mrs. Young was beside herself. Nearly clawed my eyes out to get to this bottle. It must have been some foul imported wine. It smelled terrible. I went to the principal right away afterwards, and you should have seen it. It's as if... She loses a train of thought for a minute. He just crumbled in front of Lorelei. It was insane. It was like he was under some spell of hers. Why, I went back the next day to say it, and he was gone.
Principal is the PTA's bitch. Gone next day. Got it. All right. You'll have to forgive my crassness, but Lorelei doesn't strike me as one with, let's say, the refined taste of a woman such as yourself.
Not in the slightest. Like I said, it was some foul-smelling item. Definitely not a highbrow vintage, if you understand.
You wouldn't happen to know the brand, so I may avoid such atrocities in the future?
He looks up and thinks, now that you mention it, I don't even remember a label on the bottle. It was a wine bottle. It was white wine. They said so, but I can't remember now if there was a label on it.
Very, very peculiar indeed.
Very. Perhaps it has to be imported. I don't remember anything smelling as such in the liquor stores nearby.
Strange indeed. You know, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but if you do have the time to humor me for one more question.
Yes.
I do appreciate your company and your willingness to cooperate with and then turns around and points to the custom embroidered, the neighborhood watch, of which we're taking the first shift. This is very important to us.
Yes, of course, we must protect the neighborhood.
While we may know of Lorelei's propensity for the drink, you wouldn't happen to know about, Millie and her extracurricular activities. She surely wasn't part of this drinking escapade, was she?
She gasped. Very much not. She was a straight-A student. I even recommended her for advanced math. She was involved with the beautification committee. She was a cheerleader. Very well-rounded girl. I was at the school for the big game when making sure with the rest of the staff that everything was put away, that the grounds were clean after the mess that is left over by those rowdy crowds.
Oh, those rowdy hooligans.
Absolutely. When I got the call, well, I should say the police came to ask if anybody had seen her. None of us knew.
You wouldn't happen to know what time the police arrived on this campus?
Why, it was around, and she thinks for a moment, around 11:30, midnight. Her parents had called her in immediately. It wasn't like her to be late. Why, I even saw when she left. She left around, well, the game ended, let's say around 6 p.m. She left around 6:45.
It's a long time to clean up. Holy shit.
So around 6:45. That must have been quite the predicament you and the custodial staff were in. 6 hours of cleanup for a single game. I mean, I know it's Pearville. Those monsters leave our stadium in thrashes every time they're here. I'm continuing the British thing. I don't know why I'm doing that, but surely you had enough people with you to assist?
Yes, the rest of the school staff was there. Because it was the big game, there was quite a mess. There was litter everywhere, and then we always have to make sure that the visiting team gets on well. We have to do last-minute checks. Everything is on security video from the school. All above board. We were the first people that the authorities investigated, of course. Though my adherence to the rules, I understand protocol, of course, regardless of my feelings as such. They investigated us all. It took quite a long time. We were there as well to make sure that the students who were leaving left well. Millie was with her typical group of friends. As they left, we saw her exit with them to walk home.
Do I want to throw my daughter under the bus?
Yeah.
My daughter, Penelope, told me that she had also left the game with that same group. She made it home safe, but she neglected to say who else besides Millie was there.
Oh, I did not know that. I saw Millie with the other cheerleaders and football players. I had not seen Penelope.
Ooh. That was M, not Yia from far away.
She's in trouble. If this is a thing that you and Doot talked about, I just have not been told. Or you're just like making something up.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm making this up and I will
that's
message her afterwards and let her know.
That's
this
fine.
one specific fact. Like, I won't tell her where I got the info. I'm just gonna tell her, like, hey, you as my daughter are in trouble because you didn't leave the game with Millie like you said you did.
Yes.
Fucking good shit.
I saw her with the typical crowd. I saw her and the other cheerleaders, the football players. They all typically left games at the same time. First, they questioned them, because Millie always came home around the same time. And then they came to question us as we were wrapping up the cleanup.
And there weren't any, let's say, reaches out his elbow and kind of like gives her like a little like hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Any, extracurriculars that you and I might have gotten into back in our day?
Oh no, that is not allowed on school property.
As it shouldn't be.
Absolutely not. Plus, Millie was not that type of girl. She always followed the rules. She was very nice. Gave her typical wave to the rest of us and thanking us for staying late to help clean.
This is a lot more information than I thought Ed was going to get.
Well, you rolled good.
True, I did roll good.
Huh?
I'm flirting up a storm, Mrs.
I'm about to say,
Flumpton.
there might be a smooch happening.
About to get wifey number 2.
I thought that was gonna be Norman.
Nah, me and Norm are more of like a side thing.
Mm.
It's okay, he's not within earshot, he doesn't know that.
He probably wouldn't understand anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sweet baby being protected all costs.
Quite a peculiar case, Mrs. Flunkton. I do have to say, as the leader of this neighborhood watch squadron, I'm alone, none of you can refute it. As the leader of this squadron of citizens, I do greatly appreciate everything that you've been able to tell us. Is there anything else that perhaps I might wish to know? Anything that might help us guard the safety of this dear neighborhood?
She crosses her arms. She looks almost like a bit smug and annoyed. She goes, "You watch out for that Lorelei and her cronies, those drunkards. She might have a way with words with others, putting them under whatever spell she has to make them quiet and submissive, but not me."
I'll keep a good eye out for their lifted jeep, see if it's swerving in and out of the lines every once in a while.
Good. And have a good evening, Mr. Ravensworth.
A pleasure-filled evening to you as well, and he does like a full theater bow.
Incredible.
She just kind of like nods and then just goes back inside her home. She's like, all right.
Ed stays down there for like a little too long.
I think Yai comes up and he's still bowed, and she just
bent
goes,
over.
What are you doing, Mr. Ravensworth? Just scares the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And Ed just like stands up and it's like, God fucking damn it, I thought you were gonna die in the woods. But like he just kind of takes a straightens his tie and says, yeah, I see you've returned from wherever it is from whence you came.
We all come from the land. Agori, you should, and we all should. We should all, pay our
Sorry, I'm gonna
respects
laugh.
to it.
I don't know why that killed me. We all come from the land.
It was just said so seriously.
You dumb bitch.
I mean,
And like
yeah.
passive aggressive.
You
We
fucking
all come
colonizer.
from it. We all come from the land, Agori, and you should learn to respect it.
We all come in the land, and I'm gonna put you in the fucking land.
I'll put you in the fucking ground. Creed is popular right now.
I went to see if there was anything, that the woods could tell us. And I didn't notice anything unusual.
Ah, yes, the trees always filled with information.
If you know how to ask.
And humor me, Miss Chrysula. What did you find in these woods?
It's Chrysula, but you can call me Mrs. Doulis. Well, like I told you, the trees didn't have anything particular to say today. But
Really?
you know, young man, one day you are going to need the help of the land and those around you. You're not going to be able to do everything on your own. And when that time comes, I hope that you learn to accept that help and not look down upon it like you look down on so many things you don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking bars.
Yeah, that is bars.
Travi doesn't know how to respond to that, let alone Ed. Ed just kind of, like, he hears every word, but he doesn't want to. So as you're speaking, you can just see like his eyes just kind of like wandering as he like fidgets with his clipboard and like straightens his pin, like he's just waiting for you to be done in the most disrespectful way.
Ella, Igori, let's go find what that Normandos has been up to, huh? You can fill me in along the way.
So with this, we're gonna flash over to Norman. Norman, you were going to the PTA moms to find them, correct?
Yeah. So I'm telling them, do I notice any alcohol?
Investigate a mystery.
Doom, 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 doom.
So that is a 6, 9, that's 11.
Nice! So you are stealth trailing them, and you're doing a pretty good job.
As good as you can do in a rubber yellow suit.
Yeah.
Better than Jenkins and Bessie and all that in season 2.
Yeah, you don't have to die for this sneak this time.
So you're tailing them as they are still walking in the same formation of Alicia Young and Madeline Cook behind Lorelai Carter Linden. As they're walking, you see at one point, like, Lorelai slows down a bit. Doesn't stop walking, but slows down, and over her shoulder goes, Alicia, I need my drink. And Alicia, from her tracksuit pocket, the same way that, like, Madeline Cook has the cigarettes, like, stuff in her sports bra, so it's, like, near her clavicle. Alicia Young pulls out literally a flask.
Crying.
And hands it to Lorelai, who, without stopping, opens it up and drinks it, and then gives it back.
So as soon as the flask comes out, because Norm he's a little out of touch, but he's not that out of touch. He sees that as the moment, and he will go in and interrupt as soon as Lorelai because you said Lorelai asks for it, correct?
Yes, she asks for it.
As soon as Lorelai takes it, that's when Norm walks in and goes, oh, excuse me, ladies, I have just one more question.
Jenkins?
You're back.
No, that was
Jenkins,
that's my Columbo voice.
Jenkins! Well, there was alcohol, so of course Jenkins came back. The call of the alcohol was too strong.
Yeah. All right, so as Lorelai grabs it, before she even opens it, you're just gonna kind of like
cut in. Just cut in and just be like, excuse me, ladies. So, what does that you have there?
Lorelai stops first and the others like almost crash into her. Alicia Young less so, she like stops pretty prim and proper. Madeline like stumbles a bit and looks freaked out that she did, almost into Lorelai. Lorelai stares at you with big eyes and she goes, I don't see how that's any of your business.
No worries. And Norm will unscrew the lid of his thermos, take a big long sip. Oh, I'm almost out. I gotta ration this, and say, well, actually, since I'm almost, would you mind putting a little bit in here for me?
I don't think so. She pulls the flask closer to her chest.
It's just water, isn't it?
This is my special white wine blend.
Oh,
and I don't share with those that I don't know.
It's white wine, huh?
What else would it be other than that? That smells like cheese juice.
Aren't you just doing PTA duties right now?
Well, right now I was enjoying a stroll until you decided to show up.
So you're not doing PTA duties right now?
No.
So you're drinking in public as a citizen?
She like narrows her eyes and steps forward to you and just goes, and what about it?
And Norm will step up and place a hand on her shoulder and say, "Trust me, it's for the children."
Yes.
And he uses his voice to try and manipulate her.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I was like so hoping you were going to do Trust Me on this. I'm so fucking ready.
Let's see
I am
this.
all here for Norman. I actually
So
really
that's a
like this.
5 and a 6 plus what's the trust me? Well, I mean that's a not 11, but
Then you're good.
okay.
If it's
Dirty
if it-
13.
yeah, that's a dirty 13. So
Okay, plus sharp. Okay.
you did you say that with your radio voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she kind of like stares at you, and it could be that she is so off kilter and like so confused what's going on. She's just holding and staring at you. And it almost looks like she was gonna give it to you, then she resists. But before she can like try to go away, Madeline Cook, who has been over your shoulder, you can see, is just staring entranced at you. Just like this shaking woman. She's like a chihuahua just snaps. She goes, I can't anymore. And she grabs it and tries to give it to you, Norman. She snatches it out of Lorelai's hands and tries to give it to you.
Ooh.
Okay, and Norm will try and take it.
All right. So you're going to take it?
Some Real Housewives of Connecticut shit. Let's do this.
Real Housewives of Crabapple Cove. I would fucking watch the hell out of that. Oh my God.
We should record that on the side.
Yeah.
If this first episode gets 500 likes, we'll start a reality TV show.
Wait, I
That
thought
is
this
all
was a
audio.
reality TV show.
Kind of, in a way. All right. So I need you to roll Act Under Pressure.
Act under pressure?
Yep.
That's cool, I think.
Hold up. So, moves.
Yes, do it.
Yes?
I've read about this sort of thing. Roll plus sharp instead of plus cool when you act under pressure.
Yeah.
Do it.
I've read about these sort of women.
Fuck yes.
I've been on those sites.
Honestly, though, that fits Norm.
I'm
yeah.
obsessed.
Yeah, it really does.
Not even websites, just I've read about
That
these
is
types of
a
women.
10 plus 2?
I
Ooh,
love
dirty
it.
12?
30,
The rolls are
12.
good this fucking season.
I mean, I've already marked 2 experience.
Shh.
All right. So before you can realize what is happening, Alicia Young has grasped the flask and squeezes it so hard the metal bends like it's Play-Doh. But you managed to move so fast, it hasn't, like, her hand didn't grab you, but it was dangerously close.
So, wait, I do or do not have the flask?
You have the mangled remnants
Okay.
of the flask. She
That is
crushes it.
Good enough for me.
Picture you have the flask in between you. Madeline has it. You start to grab it to put it away. Alicia Young grabs the other end as if it was Play-Doh. Just the metal has bent beneath her fingertips, but you still have it. Just the edge that she tried to grab is mangled.
Oh, that was not very ladylike. I will make sure to bring this up at the next PTA meeting. And you will make sure that everybody hears about this on 770 AM WTMZ, the Midnight Zone.
Lorelai looks incensed. Nobody else is seeing it. Most people have gone into their homes for the night. The sun has set. Night has creeped in. However, Lorelai's eyes almost glow in anger. But then it keeps going, and it's not almost. They're glowing red in anger, and her hair has almost began to lift, curling around her, and she goes, I don't think you're going to say anything. And before you have anything to say, she snaps her perfectly manicured fingers, and you are lifted off the ground.
There's a fucking episode of Supernatural where I believe all the PTA moms are demons, and it's one or witches
yes.
or a
Yes,
witchcraft
there is.
coven or some
Yes.
shit. And this is
I need
what
you
my
to
brain
know
is at.
this.
Yeah.
I made this episode. Every episode is interchangeable, but I made this episode. Stick had to be here because he's rewatching Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Good for you, buddy. Oh god.
And he keeps messaging me.
Well,
I
no, I'm not
tried
rewatching it. This is the
recently.
first time I'm ever watching it.
Oh,
really?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what season are you on? Sorry, this is important.
I'm on the season where Dean dies.
Season
The first
2.
one.
Every single one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he dies every
No,
So that's-
he,
no, but-
he just came back again.
He just came back.
We'll talk about this
from-
after. I wanted to keep
Okay,
up the
yeah, yeah,
momentum.
Did he
because we're
did he
going for a
get
bit.
grabbed tight and raised from perdition? Is that No, okay, anyways, don't worry
Okay,
about
keep
it.
going.
We'll
Keep
put a pin
going.
in this.
So
Yes.
I'm in
I
the
do
air
have one
floating.
question. I have
Yes.
one question for pacing.
Yes.
How long was he sneaking along, and at
How
what?
far are we
like,
away?
basically, because I have a mobility aid, but it's still slow. So
This will be
don't-
happening while you're talking. You're going to reconvene in just a minute, and I'll tell you how.
Okay,
Okay.
got you. All
Yes.
right, I'll stay.
So, Norman, you are levitated in the air. You cannot move. You're frozen.
Can I reach for my walkie-talkie? Is that available?
I'm gonna allow you. Like, you're frozen, but your hand has been positioned right over the
Okay.
walkie. I'm gonna give you that bonus because you rolled so well before.
And I'm just gonna click the radio and say, I have it, but I need help. I need help. Please come help me right now. I am with the enemy.
Okay, Vixen.
so
Before
much.
you release it, you two can hear Lorelai in, like, her voice is getting like shriller, but also more gravelly. She goes, "You're coming home with me."
And I'm still am I still holding the button for the radio?
By this point, she has begun to power walk back to her home with the others, and you are now being, as if like the center of you is being dragged like a dog with her. Your arms are now behind you,
Okay.
so you can't do that. So
And for plot reasons, nobody else sees this.
no, like I said, the street is now empty. People are going home.
It's
Like,
dinner
they're-
time. Okay.
Dinner time. People
Curfew.
are like curfew.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah.
past curfew.
All the
So-
parents have blown their whistle to bring their kids home.
Yeah, so this is like after it's night. So you two do hear this over your walkie. You hear all of that. The last thing you hear is that Lorelai's taking him home.
So that is on Abernancy Avenue. We
Yeah.
learned that from in the beginning.
Regardless, you know it's going to be one of the nicer houses you see.
Yeah, well, because what's her name said that early. Like Madeline Cook said that early on because she like pointed
Yeah.
down the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
so
where
I-
the house is.
Yeah, so I think Yaya does right. She was kind of doing the like tottering along thing, and as soon as she hears that, she looks at Ed and says, "We have to move." And she immediately, like, again, does the sort of straightens up a bit, sort of the king boomies it, and like and sort of like grab, like, holds the her walking stick a little bit more, like, not like she needs to use it, but like kind of up the middle, and
Yeah.
starts like not quite power walking like the PTA ladies, but like power walking a shocking amount for her age.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Come on, we gotta go, Ella."
Ed tries like starting to walk and realizing that you are basically outpacing him. He's not fast. It tries to like catch up with you. It's like, yeah, wait. It's quick for an old woman. My home is nearby. We can take my van.
It's around the corner.
My
it's a-
home is nearby. We can take
Lorelai's house
the
is
van.
around the corner.
My home is near. It's one of my only moves on this godforsaken playbook. Let me take the van.
Let's do this. I want you both to roll 1d6. Whoever gets higher gets their way.
Bet.
Fuck it.
Fuck.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 1, so
yeah.
fuck me. Okay. Ed's asthmatic ass is huffing his way over.
It is around the corner because we walked by all the nice homes to get to the byway to get to Umbrella Avenue. So therefore, it is literally around the corner to get to Lorelai's house.
Fuck it, lore bit. Since Ed was only in the JRTC and in Eagle Scouts, he couldn't make it to the real army because he
Yeah.
has asthma.
Aw.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Sure.
But yeah,
Fuck it.
fuck it.
Sticks
Lore drop.
captured, by the way. Take your time.
He's fine.
Wait, did he get one harm earlier from being
No.
pushed into the ground? Yes, he did.
Oh,
I
Ed
did.
did. I thought you were talking
I took
about
one harm.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, can Yaya has this thing called one of her moves is homeopathy, which is you've always got some apple cider vinegar and supplements on hand when you do first aid, roll plus weird. Can I just like pull a little like thing of like apple cider vinegar out of my little like purse and just hand it to him and say, "Here, like, take this." I know that won't make him faster, but just to heal him of his one harm.
Cures asthma.
I say, "Take this and don't complain, Yagori." Okay, so she's gonna roll. I still have to roll for that.
Yeah.
Fuck, wait, it fell on the ground. It was a 5 on the ground. Wait, I still gotta roll one more. 5 and a 1 is a 6, but I add 2 for weird, but that's a 7. But I also get a +1 when healing. So that's an 8. No, I said 6 plus
6 plus 2
is 8.
Is 8.
Plus 1
Yes.
is
And
a
then-
9.
yeah.
And then question, is that technically a used magic?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so then that makes it a 10, because then my Grimoire gives me a +1 to use magic. And a 10 plus, the patient is stabilized and healed of 2 harm, which
Yes.
only was 1.
Yeah, you just
but-
heal 1.
Yeah,
So-
but like, I just like give him a fucking shot of apple cider vinegar.
Yeah. Like, Ed, you take it, but you don't realize that what's happening, but you are healed. Your ass feels better.
Ed is like kind of slumped over trying to catch his breath, and at this point like assumes that you're being nice and giving me like some water for whatever asthmatic attack I'm having right now. Downs it and just goes like just absolutely petrified by apple cider vinegar, which like wasn't a super popular thing
Fucking
back then. So this
delicious.
like the first time he's ever trying it, he's like, that was awful, but my ass feels great.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel better, ne? All right, let's move. Ella. My grandmother used to say Ella to me a lot as a kid, which means like, let's go.
Yep.
And so Ella, and so I'm really channeling it now. Yaya, this is what you taught me. Shout out to my Yaya.
Okay, we start hauling ass.
You're hauling ass. You get to like the general area that was gestured before that you saw Madeline Cook power walk to. And before you can even like ask each other which house it is, you can hear from the back of one of the houses Norman screaming, like yelling.
Normandos, we are on our way.
There's this big, beautiful, like, I don't call it a mansion, but it's getting close, house.
It's a McMansion.
A McMansion, yeah. So you can see from the side, there is an open gate to a backyard.
Let's fucking zoom.
You running in?
Yeah.
Ed follows behind Yia Yia, who's apparently a fucking speed demon, and takes a moment, because even in this moment of slight panic, I say slight because like the jury's still out on Norman for Ed, realizes that in that side gate the trash cans are still there. Can I roll to see like if the call of the HOA is strong enough that I take the time to put the trash cans out?
I swear to fucking God.
Sure.
Okay. Do I need a pager for this, or
No.
okay?
No, they would just witness.
Am I rolling positively or negatively? I just realized this. Like, does high mean that I don't do it, or does high mean that I do it?
No, you just reject. So this would be act under pressure.
That would be a dirty 11.
Okay, so you see the trash cans and you're like, fuck, but you're like, no, Ed. Priorities.
We'll do it afterwards.
All right, and then you run in.
And then, saunters on in
Okay.
to see Norm just kind of... Did Norm get taller?
So you see it's a backyard like pool patio area. It's very classy, very nice, very fitting for Lorelai, who's like a rich bitch. In right in the center of this area is a pretty sizable backyard pool. Hovering above it is Norman. And you see Lorelai with her manicured finger just like slowly bringing the finger down, and Norman is slowly getting near this pool.
Miss, I don't know how to swim. Please.
Norman, roll investigate a mystery.
Oh, I'm.
How deep of a pool are we talking?
He's rolling to say what's going on.
That pool feels like it's gonna be fucking bubbling.
That is what you said. Which one is it?
Investigate.
Investigate. So
I'm
that's
sorry. Read a bad situation.
That is a 10 total. So that's an
All right.
8-10.
All right. So you look down, like you're paralyzed, but you can at least like move your head a little bit to see the pool. It's not chlorinated water by any means. It is this thick, bubbling,
Bubble double toil and
white,
trouble.
whitish, like sludge, but also like fizzy. And as you see it, you can only see it because you're looking down. The pool lights, which are still working, kind of bar you, Yaya, and Ed from seeing what's in it. But Ed, you look down and you see bodies. You see bodies floating beneath the water, being disintegrated, and then the flesh molding back up, and then disintegrated again.
I should have finished the thermos.
Norman's floating above the cum pool.
Before Lorelai and the others could see, Alicia takes that same flask from before. She takes it and so effortlessly just smooths the finger gnarled bits that she did back, as if it's nothing, and then dips the flask into the pool. She goes, I think this will be our greatest vintage yet, she says to Lorelai, laughing. Madeline is smoking up a storm. You see cigarette butts on the ground as she is like stress smoking. She's like, it's fine. The white wine is fine. We don't need another. She's like begging Lorelai. Lorelai looks crazed. Eyes bug wide, her hair just fucking moving in wind that's not even there. She's just staring at you, Norman goes, I don't think so. I think this might be our best yet. She like looks to Madeline. She goes, why are you so nervous, you coward? I told you sticking close by me would get you everything you wanted. Respect, status, and power in this neighborhood. And now, because of a few little additions to our brew, all of a sudden you're nervous. Madeline just like points to the pool with the cigarette, the ash falling, and just goes, I didn't realize it would be this. All right, I want the neighborhood to be good, but it doesn't need to be like this. I don't know what's gotten into you. Before you were crazed, but now you're insane. And Lorelai just looks, goes, no, I'm just taking care of everything like I always do. She points to the pool to the bodies floating. Patrick over here couldn't find the location for the bake sale. She looks to another body that is floating. Samantha pawned off her deeds to her wife, who can't even get the gluten-free brownies right? Don't worry, we're making a pit stop to her after.
I fucking knew that they were a red herring, that the PTA was red herring, because this is not where Millie is. I fucking knew they were a red herring. Okay, anyways, continue.
She looks over to Norman and just goes, and for this one, we can just say that I'm taking out the trash here. And she begins to lower Norman, now you closer to the white wine brew that is happening.
Jen, I have a fucking banger of a move that I would like to pitch to you. So, even though it's like mystical, whatever this liquid is, it is still alcohol, right? Is it flammable? You see where I'm going with this, right?
Remember, I'm still above it all.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about it, but you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yes.
We should roll initiative if
Yes.
you like where that is headed.
Well, before anything, they need to know that you're there. So, Ed, you are first. You gotta announce how you're doing this.
Ed has the opportunity to do the most hilarious thing right now, but I'm not going to because Travis fears M.
Don't worry about it.
Ed, upon hearing the just taking out the trash line reference to Norman, walks in and like with what he thought was going to be a super badass voice, he has a voice crack in the middle of it that kind of ruins it. It's just like, the trash goes out on Thursdays.
Yes!
Yeah!
That's the name of the episode, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
It is a Thursday. The line doesn't hit because it's not badass. It's just a fact.
It's
Yeah.
good. It's so good.
So Ed whips out a fucking flare gun that he has for reasons that make sense because it's in the playbook, I think. Either that or we homebrewed this bitch.
We homebrewed it because the other option was like a
real
sniper
gun.
rifle.
Yeah, like a sniper rifle. Like I wanted something that reasonably could be taken on a neighborhood watch. So I chose a flare gun, a little road
Yeah,
flare.
at least there
flare
you're
gun.
like, that is insane that you have that, but at least it's something you could get at Home Depot.
At least it's not a
Yeah,
sniper
it's like-
rifle. He pulls out a gat.
I'm about to put the hoe in HOA.
Oh, God.
Can I canonically say that, actually?
Yeah.
Afterwards, like, they're dead, and you're just looking like, damn it, I thought of a better one.
Ed whips out a flare gun, holds it sideways because it's the early 2000s, and he saw it when he watched Boys in the Hood because he's progressive like that. Holds it sideways and just said, I'm about to put a hole in the HOA. Wait, no, that didn't sound right. I'm gonna put the hoe in the HOA. Die. And proceeds to shoot the flare hoping that he's aiming dead center on Lorelei.
Roll. Kick some ass.
Oh, fuck me. I rolled a 5.
You want to use luck?
Mark
Does it matter?
experience.
Kinda.
I'm gonna use luck. You know what?
Because-
Fuck it.
okay,
2 luck.
Because
And I'm gonna
the
mark experience.
alternate, because what is the harm points on that?
That is a 3 harm wide area. Oh wait, no. 3 harm, but must be a direct hit. But that's also why
You
I
are
asked about
gonna
the
hit-
alcoholism.
You were gonna hit, Norman.
Normandos?
And that's quickly
Norm.
putting him near unstable territory. All right, so you're gonna use luck.
We're gonna use luck and
All right.
avoid that nasty outcome.
You
All
can't
right.
kill another Norm character.
Yeah, you
Listen.
kind of have a trend of killing norms.
Not
Yeah.
only that, I would feel terrible about using the one fucking episode in the first episode.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like, our one revival episode is immediate.
I wouldn't. I'm ready to die.
So you get the flare, and you manage, though your voice cracked before and you were nervous, you manage to hit it squarely into Lorelei Carter's chest, and she flings back, like getting smashed back into like patio furniture.
Were you
and,
aiming
like,
for
barbecue.
Lorelei or for the pool?
I was aiming for Lorelei.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
To be fair, my original intention was actually going to be to shoot the flask and try to see if I could light all 3 of them bitches at once, but I
Yeah.
thought that would be too much of a stretch.
That would have been a nat 12.
Wait, did you just shoot the person who has control over my floating body?
I'm so happy you said that, because Norman, she lets go, and Norman, you like immediately start falling to the pool.
I can't swim.
Yia Yia powers. Go.
There is a use magic effect that's like trap. That's like you basically can ensnare like something for a certain amount of time. And my idea is that like, could I use it to potentially like hold Norman in place so that he doesn't fall into the pool?
I'll allow it.
So I fall
like
and
this.
I get trapped again, and I'm still floating.
Well,
above.
let's see if it sticks.
No, I love it.
You fall
I love
all
it.
of 1 feet.
Before I roll, I just want to set up the moment. She has her beads in one of her hands, her kumbaloi, and in the other hand, she pulls out what looks like to be a crochet hook. And she holds these 2 things out, Stasi. And in sort of this moment, this sort of pause, which means stop in Greek, but Stasi. And she sort of weaves the crochet hook, and suddenly you see, and I feel like that Ed is probably like, what the fuck? You see this like orange sort of almost glowing yarn comes from the end of the komboloi and like flows through into the crochet hook and then over towards Norman, and sort of like she is quickly sort of like moving her hands, and what appears as sort of this woven almost net underneath Norman, and as that would potentially try to catch him as he falls if I roll well, and as she's doing this, she turns and looks at Ed and says, "Magic is real, Agori, but
Oh, fuck you.
you don't have to be afraid of it." And does the thing, and then I'm gonna roll. But anyways, that was my bit. Thank you very much for coming. Thank
This
you,
better
thank
pay
you.
off.
All right, let's see.
You used the sacred line.
I rolled a 5, but actually technically that is use magic, so that does make it a 7. And I'm protecting while using magic, so that is an 8. And because I'm using I have a thing that's +1 to my magic. Okay, actually that is a 9, so that's the partial success.
That's the high end of a partial.
You're not going to be able to do everything.
Yeah, none of us can help, can we?
Yeah, you know what? You can help. You could just like encourage her on.
What's a 9?
That would be 1 point up, so that would be a success because it's
that
a
would
10.
bring me up to 10, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So as Ed realizes what he's done, because Ed didn't think he was going to hit her, he just wanted to spook everybody.
Spook indeed.
Spook achieved. Sees Norm start to fall, and like fucking Zack Snyder slow motion, just like leans back to Yia Yia behind him. It's just like, Chrysula, help.
And with that power, like, and it could just be an accident, like, oh shit, he actually said my name right. It managed to stabilize you even more, so that way the spell lands perfectly on Norman. So Norman, you are fully protected. Now, is he still falling in the white wine, or is that like hovering him? He'll be protected either way.
Technically, I'm using was trap was what I was using. So I had the idea in my head that it's like a net that like is over the pool. So it's like
it's a pool cover.
Net.
You have made a magical pool cover.
Yeah.
Of yarn.
Of glowing yarn.
Norman, you fall into this crocheted of magic pool cover.
Yeah.
So you're not actually hitting the water, but you're like right above it. You can move and get out of it. But now you're active. And I put in your thing of your initiative. So you're already in there. So you do this, you manage to save him, but you are distracted. So running towards you now, Yia Yia, after a spell has been made, is Alicia Young. Her nails physically grow longer and sharper as she sees you. And she's coming right to you, Yia Yia. She leaps over the pool and goes right towards you. Let me roll. This is another thing, listeners. Typically, Monster of the Week, it would just be that the monsters would just use the attack that they have. I think that's a little unfair, especially since I bumped up a lot of the harm amounts this campaign. So, much like our hunters, I will be rolling for each one of the monsters as well to see how much harm is taken. Just to keep it a little bit interesting this time around. Because last time it was a little boring. Alright, so let me roll. Alicia Young leaps towards you, but Yia Yia, you managed to in how you weave the magic of there, you're moving a bit much, so all she can do is slash one of your arms. So you are gonna take let me find. So that is a slash. That is going to be 2 points of harm.
Okay. Fine.
That's a partial.
I mean, we're making it through.
Yep. She, in there though, does fall. She tumbles back. She doesn't get hurt. Her nails scrape this eerie, shattering sound against the concrete of the patio area to restabilize herself. It's crouched on her legs, one hand up. She looks like an animal. All right, so then we go to Lorelai. She starts stumbling upwards as she looks to you. It's you idiots! And she is stabilizing herself. She gets up and she's not gonna hit this turn because when you pushed her back, your weapon did stun her for a bit.
Hell fucking yeah.
So she is a stun. So that goes to Madeline. Madeline is still there. She doesn't seem to know what to do. Her hands are just shaking. And there's a lit cigarette still between her hands with each thumping breath that she's taking. The cigarette is in her hand out towards her mouth, but you see the glow, the embers grow with her erratic breathing. And I don't even think she realizes it as she does, but she just screams out of frustration and regret and everything with this. And the tip of the cigarette burns brighter. She's not attacking this turn, but you can see that she has control over that fire.
And I just shot a fucking flare next to her. Okay.
Stick, it's now your turn.
Am I mobile?
Yeah, so you can just get out of the net. You were
okay,
hovered,
I didn't
but
know
you
if
can
I was just again snared or if I was just
No. You have to just kind of wiggle your way out.
I'm going to jungle gym out of this thing, kind of like when you're in middle school and you get you're in the McDonald's play place with the ropes. You just I got this. Thanks, Yia. And okay. And okay, there he shakes his thermos. There's nothing in there, so he puts it on the ground and he reaches into his he doesn't have much on him. He reaches into his rain jacket and pulls out a wooden stake. Is the flask anywhere to be seen?
It's on the ground.
Okay, I want to stake that flask to death.
Okay.
I love it. It's so good.
It's just the stankiest fucking DM.
It's
okay.
so good. No, I see the vision.
I
love it.
I see where you're going with this.
Okay.
I mean, it makes some sense, right?
All right.
Yeah.
And
we can go over it.
The sound that you're making, the face that you're making and sound say that this is wrong, but it feels so right.
Okay.
It feels norm.
So that is a total of 7. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use luck. The only time I've used luck so far.
I am obsessed with you.
Luck is episode based, right?
No.
Campaign
Oh,
based.
fuck. Okay.
How many points of luck have you used?
2 down.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
What's your luck caveat?
Each time he uses a point of luck, I'm taking points off. So, all right. So you are getting. Where's your thing? There we go. Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot to take the points off.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was
Oh,
just
boy.
curious. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be a snitch.
We ain't getting out of the HOA with this one.
So,
Did anybody expect you to win? Because I was going into this.
Hey, I've been
fully
trying.
convinced.
I've been trying to help.
I
All right.
wanted Ed
All right,
to
so
be the
that
most
is
insufferable
a
bitch.
7, but I used luck.
yeah, so that's a dirty 12. You managed, with all the chaos that is happening, you managed to go to the flask, which was dropped by, like, Yaya and Ed when Alicia Young was, like, thrown, like, when she went to attack her. So it's nearby when you scuff out of the pool. It's unguarded, so you are able to do what you want with it.
And I will, I'm on my knees. Everybody, like, what's her name? Lorelai just got shot with a gun, and then everybody else is battling out. Yaya's fighting for my life, and I'm on my knees, on just leaning over this metal flask that's been bent, and I grasp the stake in both hands, and I say, "From whence you came, you shall remain until you are complete again." And I will raise it up and stab it through the concrete.
Sick Tenacious D reference.
I know.
I love that.
I love it.
And so I bring it down and spike it straight through the concrete. And I lift both hands up and it's spiked to the concrete.
You can take Norm back to hell.
All right. So the metal, as it's getting punctured, it hisses just from, at first, it's just the, the release of, air that was in there because it was a closed flask. Yeah, but then even in there, you hear fizzing, but then you hear almost ethereal voices calling out, through all of that. You hear a male voice and you hear a female voice as they just go, "Throw them in the wine." And you see a part, a droplet, fly out onto the concrete. So a bit of that white wine that has not hit you, it's disintegrating the concrete.
I know I said I wasn't going to post GIFs in the chat, but I could not fucking help it.
Oh,
This
no,
is
it's
giving
shit.
me the fucking soul vase from Kung Fu Panda.
You're
Kinda.
so right.
Kind of.
Someone broke that.
So the bit of white wine that comes out just disintegrates the concrete. And you piece it together. These voices, they keep calling more and more, "Throw them in, throw them in."
Are we all hearing it or just Norm?
All of you are hearing
Great.
it. It's loudest, of course, to Norman, because he's closest. And then as if they are trying to emphasize, you see the bodies of Patrick, Neil, and Samantha Pearson just kind of float up to the surface. They're half dissolved. Their bones are even disintegrating.
Can we say that as soon as Norman got out of the pool, my yarn net vanished into wisps?
Yeah, it would be.
Great,
would be,
love that.
yeah.
I just wanted to make that
It's
clear.
it's not a permanent item.
I didn't think so.
So
I
it
just
You
wanted to
could
make
say
it.
it unraveled.
It did unravel. It unraveled into this sort of wisp that smells faintly of lemon and apple cider vinegar.
More apple cider vinegar.
I
Perfect.
fucking look, it's the secret ingredient to my grandmother's lentil soup, and I really wanted to lean into that.
There we go. All right.
All
Like
right.
in real fucking life.
That was the message that that was given through there. So now we go back to Ed.
Okay, so if I'm reading this correctly, I know our distances don't matter, but Alicia is closest to me, right?
Alicia. Yeah.
Alicia just attacked Yaya.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You still attack.
Okay. And Crazy Madeline now has fucking pyromancy. And I don't know what Lorelai's power is, but she's getting up. Needless to say, I am both afraid and aroused. But
Same.
Ed Listen, man, flare guns are expensive, and at the threat of pyromancy, I'm not even going to attempt to reload this thing. So Ed harnesses his, like, inner president specifically from Independence Day
Okay.
and pulls out a 9mm.
Jesus Christ.
You do this every game.
Awful.
It's always, and this fucking gun I found. I do this literally every campaign because none of my characters ever make sense to own a gun, but it's one of the only fucking weapons that's in the playbooks.
I tell them each time that they can just redo all of their things that fit better.
I don't think there was a single gun in an option for the not an option for the fucking Mystic playbook. No guns.
Okay, apparently I picked gun-heavy characters. I didn't know that.
I just want to put this out there. I tell everybody that they can customize the weapons that are there. Like, they can pick anything as long as it matches one of the ratings. Travis wanted a gun.
I chose a flare gun to replace my fucking sniper rifle that I would just be carrying around the neighborhood. But I feel like Ed, especially Ed, JROTC kid, asthmatic, early 2000s, he 100%
Is it a
has
gun
concealed
or is it
carry.
like a BB gun?
It is a 9mm pistol.
Jesus
All right.
That is what it is listed as. To harm, close, loud. I
Okay.
am playing by the rules that have been set forth before me.
Okay.
So Ed pulls out a fucking gun.
Okay.
Gives it the, I know it's gonna sound like a shotgun, but like the little like cocks the top of it, which is like a little more mechanical. I don't have like a Nerf gun that I can use. And is kind of sits there for a hot second because he realized how lame he looked with the flare gun incident, that now he's thinking about like what he's going to say when he fires this one.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns to Alicia and points it in her general direction. You're fired.
Good
Roll,
shit.
kick some
And then
ass.
he rolls.
Take a bath. Take a bath.
Take a bath. That is a 7.
So you managed to hit her, but it's not like a square hit. You managed to just like wing her. So she's just taking 1 point of harm.
I'll take it.
But now her eyes are fully set on you, which is perfect because she has the next attack in. So let me roll.
I need everybody to know Ed has no magical abilities whatsoever. His base abilities are gun and van.
Alrighty. So Alicia has become incensed by this like graze that has happened. You just see like over her shoulder like the littlest of like blood seeping out, but it's thicker than regular blood. It's almost like syrup as it gets like as it leaks out of her, and she looks over to you, and she digging her nails into the concrete where it's like cracking the concrete, not the nails. She projects herself forward and just absolutely gut punches you into the ground. You're gonna take 3 points of harm.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Yeah, I got a nat 12.
Can Ed try to act under pressure to...
Nope, it was a nat 12.
All right, I'll
You're
kill
not-
myself.
You are not going against this. All right, so now we have Yia Yia.
I want to. Oh wait, Ed just really got fucked up though, right?
Yeah.
How many harm did you just take?
3.
Fuck. Okay, fine. I will hold off on the really cool line until we get to it. I'm gonna heal Ed. She pulls a little talisman out of her bag. She pulls out a hanky, and she tucks it into his pocket protector pocket, because I think he used the Crabapple Cove colors one to like wipe off sweat at some point. So this is like replacing it. It's also Crabapple colors of green and red, but with this sort of stitch through it. And I'm gonna try to heal him for lots of healing things. So I'm gonna use the homeopathy to try to heal him. 8, which when for this it's on a 7 and 9, I either can heal 2 harm or stabilize the injury. I'm gonna heal. So is he unstable right now?
No, I'm 1 away.
Okay, great. Then I'm just gonna heal 2 harm.
All right, so that's your turn. So now we're gonna go back to Lorelai. Lorelai has stood up, and she is angry. So she is going to That was an 11.
Damn, we're getting a triple homicide tonight.
So she's gonna look at all of yous and then just in this incensed anger just goes, I can't wait to see you floating. And she immediately goes to, I think she picked you, Yia Yia, that would immediately start to levitate upwards. However, because you were so nice to her before, and I didn't tell you then because I wanted the reveal. You were so nice to her, you accidentally made her an ally.
Fuck yes!
So, Madeline, who tears are like mascara tears going down her face, her cigarette burned to absolute crisp, but like a fiery residue still goes there, jumps in front and takes the hit herself. So Madeline, with the last dying cry, she is levitated and thrown straight into the pool. It's almost like a reverse splash backwards as she's brought in, and you can hear the cindering of her flesh, of her bone. Lorelai stares in absolute shock of what happened. And she, goes down on her knees near the pool's edge, but is careful not to touch and just goes, "You idiot!" Madeline, just bits of, tarred spit just trickle down her face as you can see wherever the water's licking. First it's just the second layer of skin, and then it's tendons, and then it's bone as they're just getting dissolved but then brought back. She goes, I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Yia, as this is happening, says to Lorelai, she had some good in her, and you destroyed that. Nase vrasu. Which, according to my mom, just a little side note, it was my great-grandmother's favorite saying when she's mad at you, nase vrasu, which translates to, and I shit you not, I'm going to boil you.
Yeah!
That's a fucking banger.
I was like,
holy shit. Culturally significant.
I'm gonna boil you.
Literally, she was just boiled, basically.
Literally, so Yia says to Lorelai, "Nase vrasu," and just Anyways,
I'll allow you because that is such a banger line. And as I established, I am just here to be entertained. I will now let you have a counter move.
Fuck. Can she? I want to do one. Use magic to do one thing that's beyond human limitations and push her ass into the pool.
Yep.
Because she's kneeling on the edge of the pool, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I want to push her ass in the pool. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna use
that plus weird.
Even if oh god, it was a 10 plus. I don't know. I have lots of shit. Plus 10 plus 2 plus 1. It's like it's a super success.
Balatro ass win.
So yes, I was gonna use luck on this no matter what. So I'm thrilled this worked.
How you want to shake this planet?
How do I want to shake this planet? I think that Yia has that. She just says with this sort of because she did feel that that Madeline was really struggling, and that she and saw that she wasn't really wanting to be a part of this, and heard her sort of say that, and that's why Yia was thinking she was going to try to banish this curse from her, that there was still good there, and she's just so upset that that somebody who had the potential for good still in them is no longer here and is no longer a part of this world. And so she just, with this sort of might that is sort of almost is not really I feel like that you see that sort of glow, that orange yarn sort of glow just kind of come out a little bit from her shoulders, and she sort of pushes. She doesn't ever make contact with Lorelai, but you see this sort of glow, and it almost and you see them coming from these beads, these komboloi, sort of push out towards Lorelai and shove her so she goes face fucking first into that pool. Bitch.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna boil her. I'm gonna boil you.
That was just, I had to reward that. That was such a banger line. So Lorelai it's as if it's in slow motion, just falls into the white wine, quote unquote, that this concoction that is in the pool through
The cum pool.
shut up. Through the haze of steam and like this acid like brew popping up. It's insane. She goes underneath completely fine, then she resurfaces and you see one half of her face being torn away like it's flaking skin. And then she goes underneath again, and then she comes up and you see clumps of her perfectly blown out hair just plopping under the water, being dragged back underneath, teeth disintegrating. She goes back under. You see the tendrils of her nervous system dissolving away like paper as she falls one more time. Floating above is just 2 strips of fake eyelashes that just float to the surface. There. But before the moment can be savored, you hear this ungodly wail coming from the still alive Alicia, who looks at you, Yia Yia, and doesn't even say a word. And she's locked onto you. But before she can attack, Norman, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to look around and look for the closest enemy, who happens to be Alicia. And I'm going to try and grab her and throw her into the pool.
All right, roll act under pressure this time.
That is a 10 total.
I want to shake this planet.
If you don't plug your radio show while you're melting.
I know. This is your moment. Go into description.
This is my moment. I warned you all, but you did not listen. Please listen to 770 AM WTMZ, The Midnight Zone.
I love that he turns into like a fucking televangelist, like preacher. I wanted to do all, like, it's so fucking good.
You poised above that flask. You see how Alicia has just locked her eyes on Yia Yia. And as she, again, uses her nails to propel her forward towards Yia Yia, that last moment, you manage to like clip her side, like with one arm around her side, and then just throw her into the pool. It's a last minute Hail Mary and it pays off. The long straight in. She is with such a velocity, she doesn't even resurface. Her body has just gone to the bottom of the pool, and by the time it reaches, there's nothing left but acrylic nails and her just mangled face just dissolving and reforming, dissolving and reforming.
Of course she went acrylic, not gel.
Of course.
And he'll stand up and he'll look into the pool and he'll say, next time on the Midnight Zone, the frequency of forgetting.
Okay, CW titles.
The three of you witness as this pool, it almost seems to glow. More than the pool lights, it seems to glow this pale greenish glow. More and more of an intensity, and it starts to hurt your eyes before it just dims altogether. And then slowly the white wine water just starts to sink more and more, the pool being drained, but no drain has been lifted until all that is left at the very bottom is, sadly, the strips of clothing that Samantha Pearson and Patrick Neal were last wearing, a pair of acrylic nails, false eyelashes, and the filter of a used cigarette that is a remain on the dirty pool floor.
I think Yia Yia turns to the two of you and says, well, I don't know about you two, but I could go for a cup of brandy on the porch right about now.
Ed shakily, like, does basically mirroring what Madeline did earlier in the episode, and just kind of takes out, like, one just loose cigarette and, like, struggles to light it.
Norm is going to put a hand on his hand, and with the other one, hand him the thermos and say, I think you need a drink of this.
Ed like shakily grabs the thermos, and like you can hear the lid just like clacking because his hands are just vibrating, and just like deadpan fucking stares, just like, I could use a nightcap. And goes to take a nice little swig and is met with...
You take a quick drink, and at first it's just hot water, just kind of like steeped in just kind of like this Parmesan and mixture of Parmesan and ricotta cheese. And then all of a sudden you feel this really soggy and slimy pastry slide over your tongue, down your throat, faster than you can even really tell what's going on. And you realize you just ate a lukewarm ravioli tea.
Why is everyone giving me cursed drinks this episode? Ed, weirdly enough, like, is so fucking, like, 1,000-yard stare that he just, like, takes that shit like a man.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Just downs that wet frog of a drink. And just the loudest, like, physical... And is, like, still shaking. Cigarette in the other hand now. Because this is the first time Ed has ever fired a weapon, and now the PTA's dead.
Also,
It's been a night.
there were witches. So I think he's a lot to be freaked out by. And it's allowed.
The HOA ain't gonna like this.
I think Yia puts a hand on his shoulder and says, I feel like you have lots of questions, Agori, and if you do, again, I'm gonna be sitting on my porch here in a little bit with a glass of brandy because Lord knows that we all need it. But there's something that I want to do first. And if you have no objections, and if nobody else has any objections, I and we don't have to do like a big scene of this. It could just be sort of like a sort of a montagey bit. But Yia wants to gather up the clothes of Patrick and Samantha and go tell their families.
I would say let's get it so you have it, and then it's implied that you do after.
Yeah. And I feel
I
like...
just don't think we have enough time.
No, exactly. It's like, that's why it's like, I don't want to make it to be a scene. It's like, it could be just sort of a montage of like, imagine like Yia like going and knocking on the door and sitting them down and whatnot. But yeah, that was sort of it.
So Yia, you gather the clothes that were there with the intention to give them back to the families, let them know that sadly they're not coming home. As you grab them, that sobering moment, you hear on the walkie-talkie the sound of Taylor Hudson just wanted to let you guys know that the neighborhood watch is over. You're welcome to go back to your homes. And with that, our episode ends.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my
We
god, we
saved the
fucking
neighborhood.
marathoned.
Ding dong, the PTA's gone.
So I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you're wanting to hear the rest, just to have a reminder, the next episode will be our community meeting where these three will have to tell the others what happened.
Jesus
The
Christ.
caveat is they only
12
have
words or less.
12 words or less, which you can find out more and see how well they do in the next community meeting episode. So we hope that you enjoyed and want to go listen to those. Oh yes, one last thing. I give temp names to all of the episodes that I plan. However, we never really name them after that. It's whatever is the funniest. So I think at this one, like, there were a few that were brought up.
The garbage goes out on Thursdays.
The garbage goes out on Thursdays. However, I will be giving a fun little end game, which if any one of these three can guess a name that is closest to the one that I made, they'll get a little bonus, a little treat. So, M, you want to give your guess? They're very CW names. Like, it's kind of on the nose. I couldn't share them.
Yeah, I want to say it's gonna be like the elder count, like the elder watch, or like Granny and her boys, or something like that. No, it's not.
No?
I know it was not good.
The good, the bad, the Norman.
No.
That's
Norman?
funny as hell.
The soup.
That's a good one.
The soup? Nope. Good idea.
What was
It was parental guidance advised.
That's so funny. I
That
split it.
actually is a good one.
All right. And with that, Thank you for listening to either Parental Guidance Advised or The Trash or Takedown on Thursdays. Thank you very
So
much. We hope to
delightful.
see you next time.
Peace out. Bye.